I'm really proud of this comic because I used Copic marker to shade and stuff, and it turned out really well. And it was flowers and gifts, and it's their date night, and Spain brought him flowers, and which he normally doesn't do. He just shows up and they go out to eat. So yeah, Romano likes it, and then they go out to eat, and it's adorableness. And I was like, I have to explain the style later because I did this at a weird time. Yeah. And then this was not on here because I failed at this. My Copic marker ran out, so I just figured, oh, maybe I'd be using a different shade. It might work. It didn't, and it made me mad, and so I had to wait until I get more Copic markers so I could finish this, and I liked how this turned out, and this just needs to go away. Goodbye. But yeah. And happy Valentine's Day, because it was yesterday while I'm filming, yeah. And then this is when my Copic marker ran out, so I didn't get to finish this, and it was supposed to be Spain, and this is just horrible, and no. No. And this was a short amount of thing. I got out early one day because of snow. And I was bored, and I wanted to do speed draw like I've always wanted to do. And I couldn't think of anything, and I was obsessed with the song Art of War by We the King, so I was like, oh, I should do something based off that. So I did, and it was Romano. And I like how his shirt turned out, because it was supposed to be white, but I was like, oh, let's make it yellow. And I like how it turned out. Then these are sketches that I did during Supernatural, and it's like random person. Spain. This is where it actually described the style that was the other one. Like, I was doodling, and I came up with this, and I started kind of like, oh, let's try this out. And I did a little guinea pig test with Spain and all styles and stuff, and I was like, oh, I like this. And like, the day later, I actually decided to use that for the comic, and yeah. Little bunch of jumping around. And then there's a self-portrait, my WKU shirt, and I don't know, it's just, I kind of like it. I could have done better on the hand, but yeah. Self-portrait. And then I watched this panel thing, and they asked Spain, like, other than America, who annoys him, and America was like, nah, I don't annoy Spain, we're best friends, right? And I just liked the look on Spain's face. I had to redraw it. So he's like, nah, I don't annoy Spain, we're the best of buddies. And Spain's like, LOL, nope. You were so wrong. It made me laugh a lot. And then Spain in his all dancing glory. Because I was bored in Japanese because we were doing literally nothing. It was horrible. And then I was watching I Will Try to Fix You, and this was a thing that I drew for Edward too, just for thanks. And I like how it turned out. And I like how the tears turned out. I really like this, my highlighting pen. It's beautiful. And I like how the shading went and stuff, and how Romano, this is like good proportions, and I really like it. And this is a redraw that I did in 7th grade, and this is what I did one day, and then if I show you, this is what, oh my god, this is what I did in 7th grade, so you can tell my style actually, you know, improved. Yes, I put my pictures on my wall. Leave me alone. But yeah, that's what I did in 7th grade. Yeah. But yeah, I think I did a better job. And this was based off of a freaking, this fanfiction I read, and it was horrible, and Antonio committed suicide because he thought Romano didn't love him. His sister did not, hated him, and his best friends backstabbed him, and I was like, I need to vent out my feels. And this all happened just because he did not send a love letter to Romano, and Romano did not send a love letter to him, and it was just like, and it says, my sister hates me, my best friends backstabbed me, please don't do the same, please tell me you love me, and it's a love letter, and oh my god, No, feels. And then doodles that I did on Thursday. Mermaid, America, there's Romano, cutie, working on proportions. I was listening to a song called Toy Soldiers. England, testing out a new style. There's male Ariel, because I love it. I love male Ariel. And then some Spumano love. And then that's supposed to be Spain underwater, and I actually like how that turned out. And then there's Spain, and yeah. And then I doodled this because of the fan fiction, and I needed fluff, so I drew this, and this is what turned out to be for the cards and candy thing. As long as my Movino loves me, I don't really need anything else, and I think that's like Spain's thing for like, he refuses the chocolates and candy because he has his Romano. And I then drew this for his birthday. I like how the flowers turned out. Don't really like how his arms turned out, but I like how his hands turned out. Those are cool. But yeah, and I hate his hair because I used Crayola marker because I was afraid it was gonna run out. Copic. So, and then I drew this this morning at 1:32 in the morning. It's a Mulan thing because of a multi-language that I watched, and it's with Femme Spain because Spumano all the way. And that's her, and then that's like her fancy thing, you know, bride thing, and then Femme Austria is telling her she'd never be a bride, she'd dishonor her family. And then she cuts her hair, and that's Romano saying you make a man out of Spain, which I think is funny because it's Romano, and he's such a wimp. And then there's France and Prussia and Spain saying, how about a girl who has a brain who always speaks her mind? And they're just like, what? Okay. And then that's America as Mushu. Prussia would have been Mushu, but then who would be Spain's friend? And it's he says dragon, I don't do the thing. Yeah, and I like how his ear and his like face turned out. And that's all I have. So, and I only have 1 minute and 42 seconds left. So, yeah, that's what I have so far in here. And when I fill this all the way up, I will do another video. So, I hope you enjoyed this. And I will see you the next sketch update or earlier. So, adios, amigos.